for joining me. Have you ever been told that a lot of times too much for love, or you may think that they're doing too much for your attention or for your love? So that's what I want to talk about. I think uh, we don't really talk about, are we doing too much to when we're dating, when we're in a relationship, when we're couples, when we're married? What do we find to be too much? Let's talk about that. Hey guys, you're with the Love Doctor. Thank you for joining me. I help you find love, get love, keep it, and what we mainly do is enhance it. So I'll give you these ideas that's gonna help you. Okay? Now, you see my topic is about, are you doing too much for love? Are you doing too much in your relationship? Do you think you're doing too much for love and doing too much in your relationship? Some people think they do. Some people think you don't do enough, right? And so I thought this would be a good subject to talk about. And I'm gonna probably just give you, you know how I do it. I give you a few. And don't take it personal. This is not the time for that, because this doesn't mean everything. This is just a few things that I talk about. Okay, guys? So welcome. Thank you for joining me. Make sure you let someone else know that I'm here helping you here. Make sure you continue to subscribe and like. And I love my hearts. Thank you, guys. Is that right? How you do that? Hey, Fenway. Hey, Archie. Hey, Denise. Hey, Florida. What's going on, Donis? What y'all doing tonight? How you guys doing? So let's get right into it, because I get to talking, and next thing you know, it's a long conversation, right? So let's get right into this. Now, first, the reason I'm doing this is that sometimes when people get into a relationship, they're looking for so much attention, right? And they think that, this is what I got to do. This is what you're doing. You think, I have to get this person's attention by doing certain things, right? So I want to talk about what are considered too much. I mean, you're just going overboard. You're doing too much, okay? So, and I'm gonna say it's not necessarily, I put love so that we can understand that we're talking about relationship, but it may not just be just only on relationships, okay? It may be just as a person, just do too much. You ever heard somebody say, you just doing too much, you do too much? Your friends quit to tell you, you're doing too much. And sometimes you do too much. So, like for instance, you with your friends, especially when this comes to your girlfriends, they'll say that you spend too much. You're doing too much. You want this, you want that, you're buying this, you're buying that. You just overspending, you're doing too much. That's when we're just talking about just when we just do crazy things, we're doing too much. But let's talk about the relationships. So let's do that. When I think that when you change your identity, right? Or change how you look, or if you, I would say it's change how you look. Sometimes we overdo it, okay? Sometimes we just go to the left over doing it. And that could be too much for your mate, okay? You could be doing so much that you change your look that person is like, what is going on? Why did you do this? And why are you looking that way? Or why did you change yourself? And who are you changing for? Now, let's talk about that for a minute. And I want to say this to especially the men. Understand, men, not, some men think that women are changing to get your attention, right? But believe it or not, most women, now check this out, most women change the way they look because they're not happy with something about themselves. And it could be low self-esteem. It could be lack of confidence or love for self. So a lot of times when the women enhance something on their body, doesn't necessarily mean it's for you. They're actually trying to make themselves feel better about themselves, okay? But some people do too much. They go overboard and it's too much. So I get it. But I do want my men to understand, a lot of times women are doing it for themselves. I.e., example, y'all see all this hair on my head. I look like Shaka Khan. Now, who did I do the hair for? Did I do it for my mate or did I do it for myself? I did it for myself. But guess what? My hairstylist did too much. And now I'm looking like Shaka Khan, like, what am I doing all this hair? And y'all know I don't have all this hair on my head. But it's summertime and you gotta, we got to enjoy this weather. It's 100 degrees every day. So I had to do something with this hair. But it's too much. That's off bar, guys. So, laugh with me for a minute tonight. That was just a little sidebar talk. All right, so let's get back. Okay, so another thing about doing too much, and a lot of times when I'm talking about this has to do with sometimes you're trying to get attention. So you could be trying to get attention from your mate, or you're just trying to get attention from others. And sometimes that comes off as doing too much. Like, for instance, us being on social media, some people overdo it on social media. They just want to prove that they're who they are and they need a lot of attention. But some people just do it too much and they just go overboard. So, but let's talk about the relationship side, okay? So when you think you are neglecting yourself, right? You're neglecting yourself and you're trying to please someone else, okay? Which is, i.e., your partner, your mate. So what is it that you're doing? Okay, so when you are trying to please your partner, sometimes it can come off as just doing too much because you end up changing self for someone else. And then let me get an example. Okay, so you want to please the partner by doing and giving and going out the way too often. Okay, granted, you're in a relationship. Let's say you're in a relationship. Well, no, I mean, this can involve just dating too. Yeah. You get too much. You get too much of an object or something because you want attention. Because it's pretty much attention. A lot of times when we do too much, we're pretty much trying to get attention. We're taking it to another level to get attention. I mean, I'm just going to take it to the point. Or you're trying to get a reaction. You're trying to get someone to react to something about you. And so you'll cause a scene. Got me? You're threatening to leave your mate. You get where I'm going. You'll do things to try to create a scene of just doing too much. And when you do it, you go overboard. You guys got me? Yes, Ruben, you understand it? You're doing too much. Thank you. Yes, what you say? I like the Shaka Khan. It's okay. You like it. Thank you. Who was that? Adzi. Thank you. So, let's get back, because I'm going to talk to you guys while we're going. When you're doing that, here's the reason why I'm talking about that. Doing the most sometimes doesn't mean that you have to do it to get attention or for someone to love you more. You don't have to do that, because relationships is you're working on it. So let's talk about dating. If you are dating someone and they just want to go to a simple restaurant, but you want to go to the 5-star restaurant, you're doing too much because you're just dating. You see where I'm going? I'm not saying don't go somewhere nice. What I'm saying is sometimes you have to find out what somebody desires and like, because they may just be simple. and you're more bougie, or you just want a 5-star, or you're listening to them tell you when a man or a woman take you on a date, it has to be a 5-star. It has to be this special restaurant, and that's just not true. It's all about what someone like. Yeah, you might like just going to a 3-star, but I get it. I get it. It was what was one of those? Somebody did a satire about showing women tripping when men were taking them to what was Shake Shack. I think it was Shake Shack. It was a couple of the kind of like mediocre burger joints or things like that. Now, what is your expectation? You got me? What are you expecting from that person? Are you expecting to be at a type of restaurant? Okay, so what was the conversation of the decision? See, this is where we go and talk about it. But if you're just going out on a date for the first time and the caliber of the individual you're not sure of, because check this out now, this all has to do with what type of person did you meet and where did you meet. See, we don't think about that. If you met someone at a self-service station, like someone who's getting gas, you have no idea what their tastes are. So when you get to them, why you do too much? Because they might be so simple. Y'all could have went to the Shake Shack. You got me? So we get to that point, you have to have a conversation about what you want. I talk about this all the time, guys. You got to communicate and you have to talk. Now, let's say you're in the relationship. Now, that's dating. We're on the dating side. So let's now get in the relationship. When you're in a relationship and now you get to that point, and I'm saying that because my mate, he likes certain food and I like certain food. But some days he just wants a salad. I want a steak, right? So we have to decide where we're going. Okay, so I want the steak today. So can we go to this restaurant, this restaurant where I like to get the steak is a 5-star? Because I'm not going to eat a steak at Waffle House. So that's not going to happen. I'm going to go to my 5-star restaurant. Now, but he wants a salad. We may just end at a 3-star. You got me? So it matters with the communication and talking. Now, what is too much? Too much when you're in a relationship is when you don't explain have that conversation with your mate about what you like, and you go overboard and you go to the 5-star, and that's not what you all discussed. You're doing too much. That's when you're doing too much because you think you deserve or should be at a 5-star restaurant. We're not saying you don't, but that may not be the time because you didn't have a conversation about it. So I think those videos that show that, I mean, of course, it's showing women being a little too much about not being happy at that situation, and they go overboard. They act out. But sometimes I get it. Some people are going to test you. They're going to test you to see if you truly, truly are into them. They're going to test you to see if you really, really want to get to know me, or are you just more concerned about what I have and what I can do for you. Yeah. So, oh yeah, guys, make sure you join. You remember I told you I was going to have the fan club. Remember to join my club because I'm going to start doing the talks on a different level that we can't do on the regular talks. Okay. Now, the other thing. So everything about, if you go overboard with trying to get attention, you're really, what's that word they say when you just take it to the left? What's that word, guys? Help me with it. Somebody help me with it. Hey, hope to God the gate. What? How you doing? Did I say hoop God the gate? I'm not saying sure if I'm saying that right. How are you guys doing? Hey, Marv. So what are you saying, Marv? Good luck, because they fail the test and they give They fall for the, oh yeah, they fall for it. I got you. They fail a test every time you try it. Some women do, some men do. And this is why it's important to talk before you even get. See, my thing is, you need to talk before we get to a restaurant. I need to really know where we going. I mean, where are we going? Talk to me, where we going? I don't want to just be going to anybody's restaurant. Let's have a conversation, okay? Because like I said, you don't know how I'm feeling that day. I may want fish today. You know, and I don't need to go to a 5-star. I might want just some fish from the hood. Yeah, I'm saying, give me some fish that my grandmother make that fish on a fish what's that, fish fry on fish fry on Friday fish fry. You know, when I was growing up on Fridays, you would do fish, and it was fish day, and you had the corn on the cob, you had but baked beans, coleslaw, the fish, and we had whiting, croaker, or perch. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all don't know nothing about that, y'all. Okay, I'm lucky. Who know about that? Raise your hand. Because I'm telling you, baby, we had fish fried, and that was the bomb. Do you hear me? So, and we did too much. Yes, we did. We did, Melvin. We did too much. we did too much. So, okay, but anyway, let's get back to it. Okay, so, back to I'm gonna do one more. Doing too much. And this is, you know, about who we are as a person, is our personality. I'm a bubbly, fun person, happy person, because I believe that to live longer, to not age, you have to laugh and you have to be happy. But sometimes we can do too much, and we can cause ourselves stress, and we can cause ourselves to act out like not someone else that we should act out. And that can happen sometimes. But sometimes that happens when you're not your true self. And you do too much because you're looking and you're pretending to be something you're not. And so therefore, if you're not a bubbly, happy person, sometimes you want that person to believe that you are, when in actuality, you're not. You're really more of a introvert. Sometimes you're not smiling as often, and so you're doing less, right, based on your personality. But then those who got a grander personality do too much, want too much attention, just going over the top, want everybody to see them. When they're out and about, they gotta, make sure they're seen, and they do things to bring attention. You're just doing too much. And I wanted to talk about this, guys, because I want us to bring it down when we're in our relationships. When we get to know each other, we got to bring it down so we can enjoy each other. And let's figure out our personality. Let's figure out what we like. Let's communicate and talk. That's it in a nutshell. Let's talk about this, right? So I hope what I gave you helped you out. I just wanted to really talk about that, because sometimes we get in our relationships and we just do too much. We do too much for attention. We do too much for that person. We do too much to want the person. We do too much to try to get something from the person. We do too much to be seen, period. And we're not being us. We're not being yourself, because we're doing too much for attention. Okay, so I hope that helped you guys. If you have any question, please make sure you put the questions there. Now I'll do my best to answer you. And those who do have a few questions about any issues you're having in your relationship, I'm gonna check, because I'm talking on several. So give me a few questions about, well, you can add anything, but just mainly about what's happening in your relationship that seeks attention. You got one? So let's see. Hey, Robert, how you doing? What you say, your hand up about the fish? Yes, that's old school, Kenny. We having that fish fry. As a matter of fact, my aunt called me yesterday and told me I need to bring some fish by. Hot mess. She's got to have her fish. Right. Okay. I'm going to go get her perch. But yes, hey, Madman, how you doing? Okay, let me see, what question was, are you giving, hi, which, I'm on the other, hey, Kane, how you doing? Let's go to the other platform. Okay, so are you giving love, hold on, guys, I got 3 going on here. Are you giving love, or are you trying to prove your worth? So okay, so you're saying, I think you're saying, you're trying to prove your worth to your mate or to that person? Is that what you're saying? Um, well, sometimes I think if you're acting out for sometime it's based on fear. You fear that they'll leave you. You got me? So you do so much for that attention. You fear that they're gonna lose you, and you need to perform or to do something more than you normally would to get their attention. If I'm answering that question right, okay. If I'm answering that question right, so I hope that's it. What's the other one? If I stop doing all the extra, would the relationship survive? I mean, what are you doing? What are you doing to that you think you needed to do so much to get attention? What are you doing? Are you because it doesn't mean that relationship won't survive. What are you doing? Um, it could fade, right? That person could stop desiring you. But it depends on what it is. That question is a good question, but I'm missing something. You don't. I get what you're saying. You're asking me if I'm doing something extra, right? If I'm doing over the top and I'm doing too much, will it survive? It depends how often you do it. There we go. It depends how often you're seeking attention. It depends on that. If you're doing it too much, it could fade. It could be a problem for the person that you have the relationship with because you're doing it too often. So back up, back off, and take your time. Okay? So I hope that helped you with that question. Okay? And I'll do one more. Let's do one more. I'm afraid if I stop trying so hard, they won't desire me. Am I reading this right? Are you saying they'll lose interest, maybe? Is that what you're trying to say? If you don't do it? Well, sometimes people can lose interest, but if you, like I said, communicate the reason you think they need these things, or you're doing it, or you're acting out, it may help the relationship. So you have to watch that because they could lose interest if you're over the top. I mean, and like I said on the last question, if it's just too much, you got me? If you're doing it too much. And if you're not communicating with your mate, that could happen. Okay. So yeah, I hope that happens. So that you can, just bring it down a notch. Just bring it down a notch. Thank you, Kane, for your compliment. I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate it. So I think that's it. I'm going to come back and we'll talk about, I think, what's today, Thursday? Y'all come back on Saturday. Let's talk. A lot of times, the reason why sometimes I don't do the weekend is that's when you should be out. And not everybody wants to be out, but that's a good time if you're a person who wants to date or if you're a person already in a relationship. Sometimes based on a lot of people get together on Friday and Saturday. But also, you don't have to always be out. I'm gonna put together this. I call it this little bonus product. I'm gonna put together that's gonna give you other ideas that you don't think about when you don't really want to like go out and be out all the time, and not at the house always looking at a movie. We always looking at a movie at the house because they have so many channels now. I was going through my through the darn channel, and I'm like, what is going on? What is up with all these channels? I don't get a chance to watch TV. I don't know what's going on. It's just too much, too much. So I'm gonna come out, guys. Make sure August is Romance Month. If you don't know this, August is Romance Month. Get ready. I'm gonna have what you need to get you having successful love. Remember, I always say, if you're single, guys, it's okay. Just enjoy being single, enjoy your life, or just be patient. There's always someone out there for you. Just be patient. And you know what I say now, if you're already in a relationship, it's got to be about peace and joy, and you got to be happy. So, but the information and what I'm going to give you for Romance Month, you're going to love it, because I'm going to help those who got all little issues, even if you're single or you're a couple. Okay. So watch out for it. It's going to be out for Romance Month, guys. Get ready for it. So I hope those who are in relationships, are looking to date, August is a good month. Good weather, good month. So I hope you guys got some information that's going to help you. Let's come back Saturday, talk some more. This time I think I might, do a live with someone. Y'all be scared. Y'all don't want to come on. Why y'all don't want to come on live with me? Come on live. Let's do that Saturday night. And let's, ask me some questions live, right? Hey, Derek, that's another question. What you got? When you was okay, that's a long one, Derek. I'm gonna read that one. But yes, on Saturday, come on live with me. Let's talk and let's laugh. I'm also going to be setting up my little my Facebook group, and we're going to do remember something else. I got stuff, guys. Just look out for it. It's coming. I've been doing this for a long time, and I like doing it, and I never ask you guys for anything, but I think it's time to take it to another level. Okay. All right, guys. Have a wonderful night. You remember, we this is all about love. Keep your be happy and peace and joy, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Right? And thank you. What did you say about my hair? Who said that? I can't pronounce your name. I know. Yeah, it does look like Shaka Khan.